Next on Worcester News Tonight, bringing more events to the Worcester Common. What's next in the city's 100 campaign? Plus, the Worcester Bravehearts take on the Seacoast Mavericks at home at Fitton Field. We'll hear from fans. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Catherine Andrioli. We begin tonight with state lawmakers looking to implement a bill to address the issue of sexual violence on college campuses. State Senator Michael Moore and others are pushing legislation he says will provide improved training, transparency, and enforcement of policies that work to decrease barriers that discourage students from reporting sexual assaults on college campuses. According to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted while in college campuses. Senator Michael Moore says these provisions aim to add more resources to universities.
It should bring justice. It should give the control back to the student or the victim. It's actually going to provide fairness in the process because we also add language in this allowing the accused to have a counselor or an advocate there on their behalf.
The provisions would require schools to email sexual violence policies to all students and faculty at the beginning of the year, and also adopt policies clearly delineating the responsibilities and sharing of information with law enforcement. A not guilty verdict today in the case of a boating mishap where an Auburn woman lost her arm. Tonight we're hearing from the father of Nicole Berthium and his reaction on today's acquittal of Benjamin Urbelis. Urbelis was acquitted of operating a vessel under the influence and negligent operation. He already pleaded guilty to furnishing alcohol to minors over the 2015 mishap in Boston. Urbelis owned the boat, and then 19-year-old Nicole Berthium was swimming in the water when her arm was severed. Earlier this year, she spoke at the trial of the boat's driver, Alexander Williams, and how the injury changed her life. Both Urbelis and Williams received probation. And we spoke with the victim's father tonight, who says he's disappointed in the verdict. In a statement to Worcester News Tonight, Lionel Berthium says, quote, "Though he did say to the judge that he was sorry, we don't believe one bit of his Oscar performance. We are obviously disappointed with the verdict. Having said that, no verdict is going to make my daughter whole again." The sun is finally out after a stretch of rain, and you can look forward to some events on Worcester Common. A brand new farmers market will make its debut in Worcester Common this week. It's all part of the city's 100 events in Worcester to bring 100 events to the Worcester Common in 2017. Vendors will be out on the Common starting Friday, June 9th, selling fresh veggies, produce, herbs, eggs, and even soaps. Foodies can stop by between 11 and 2. It will run every Friday through September 29th. Gypsy moth caterpillars are common during the month of May. Many communities south of Worcester have been experiencing them. The insects eat leaves and can be responsible for the defoliation and death of trees, but a new fungus could change that. Rosalind Flaherty reports.
For the last several weeks, this is what Maureen Piper sees when she walks out of her Northbridge home.
See, you can see some of them are still moving around.
Hundreds of gypsy moth caterpillars are on her home and in the trees around her yard. The hairy insects are back in central Massachusetts, eating away leaves and annoying homeowners.
They're gross.
See a lot of them on the ground and on the cars.
Dawn Davies is a horticulturist at Tower Hill Botanic Garden. She says at this point, there is not a whole lot people can do to get rid of the caterpillars.
You're getting late for some of the applications for some of the natural controls like BT, which is a bacteria that you can apply. It's really only effective in the earlier part of the caterpillar's life cycle.
But she says the rain and cooler temperatures this spring could provide a relief. The conditions allow a certain type of fungus to grow, keeping the caterpillars in check. It's something experts haven't seen in a few years due to the drought.
The insect, it sort of gets into their digestive system, and sort of they can't properly digest and feed anymore, and eventually they die.
According to the Department of Conservation and Recreation, last year was the worst amount of gypsy moth defoliation since the 1980s. The caterpillars destroyed 350,000 acres of trees in Massachusetts. Experts say the insect feeds mainly on oak trees.
I had to get a hose out and squirt my tree every day for about 15-20 minutes to wash them out of the trees.
Piper is hoping the caterpillars will die off soon so she can get back to enjoying the outdoors.
I mean, I won't even cook outside right now because it's just disgusting.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Worcester police are searching for two suspects who stole a car from a delivery driver. Police say the driver works at Millbury Street Pizzeria. It happened on Tuesday just after 10 on Ashmont Ave. The victim had just delivered two pizzas on the street when two men ran towards him with knives. The victim ran away to avoid injury, and then the suspect stole his car.
They were covering their faces, so he didn't get a really good look at him. But they were both about 5'7". They both were running at him with knives, and he didn't stick around to see the details of their faces. But he avoided getting hurt. That's the most important thing.
And that vehicle is currently registered as stolen in the police system. It's a gray Honda Civic with the Massachusetts plates 1TH748. Anyone with information is asked to contact Worcester Police. The Powerball jackpot today is among the largest in the lottery history. The winnings have risen to $375 million, making it among the most 20 largest jackpots in the U.S. lottery history. And many here in Worcester are getting their tickets. Olivia Lemon has the story.
Dozens filled convenience stores in Worcester Wednesday, hoping for a chance to win some big money.
I figure, $2 or $4, give it a shot, why not?
Oh, of course, I've played. I wouldn't pass it up.
Tonight's Powerball drawing is $375 million with a cash option of more than $234 million. The big prize is leaving many people wondering what they will do if they win.
I think I'd faint at first, That's a lot of money to win, so I really don't know what I would do with it. I definitely give some back to charity, most definitely.
I would go on vacation and donate a lot.
And it's not just the winners who would luck out. The store who sells the winning ticket gets commission as well.
But I hope he's get somebody win. That'd be nice in Massachusetts, Yeah. But a long time nobody wins, so hope he's win this tonight. That'd be great.
Kenny Patel owns Boscus Market in Worcester. He says he would be happy with the $50,000 commission from the state.
The money, I have to get kids. I got 4 kids, so they got something to make it happy, make something for them.
Over at Burncoat Market, owner Tricol Baila says tonight's Powerball has helped boost business with customers buying tickets. He's hoping he can win some money too.
I haven't thought about it yet, but probably roam around different countries.
Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester Bravehearts taking on the Seacoast Mavericks at home for an afternoon matchup. The team was off to a slow start, but by the 6th inning, the score turned around. Our Cam Jandro has more from fans.
On a sunny afternoon, area students trade in their books for baseball. The Worcester Bravehearts hosted their annual baseball and education game Wednesday. General Manager Dave Peterson says it's a unique way to get kids learning outside of the classroom.
Geography based on where the players are from, math based on things like ERA and calculating batting average. So we're trying to show kids that what they see here at the ballpark can be relatable to what they're studying in school.
The Bravehearts will host nearly 50 schools across central Massachusetts over the next 2 days. Getting away from the books and interacting with the community is something teachers say benefits the students.
Coming out, a lot of kids unfortunately don't get out too often out of town like that. So this just brings them just to see a different perspective and interact with other students from other schools.
Kids were able to take in a ball game all while celebrating their academic accomplishments throughout the year, but Peterson says the program goes beyond local schools and aims to help the area as a whole.
For us, this is how we want to be working with the community. We want to be giving a value back to the community with our little leagues, with our youth groups, and certainly with the schools in the city of Worcester.
Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.